Good morning, students. Yesterday we have discussed about the formation of European Union, how it was formed, and I have told you that it has tried to become a supranational organization. Now we will discuss about its influence. In the field of economy, if we will see, European Union, the combined economy of all the countries of European Union is the biggest economy of the world. Students, you must know this thing, that this economy is not of the one country. It is the economy of all the member countries of European Union. It means still number one is USA, but as collectively the biggest economy of the world is of European Union, and its GDP is 12 trillion dollar in 2005. As I have told you that it is having its own common currency, that is euro. The rate of euro is higher than dollar. It means it is threatening the dollar, the currency of USA. If we see its share in the world trade, so then its share is 3 times more than USA. And because of its GDP, because of its share in the world trade, it can interfere in the trade dispute between USA and China. And because of its economic power, it had a big influence over its neighboring countries, not only neighboring countries but the countries of Asia and Africa also. One new word for you is WTO, World Trade Organization. Students, you must know that this European Union is working as an influential, important bloc in World Trade Organization. This World Trade Organization is an economic organization at international level, and European Union has a big say in this World Trade Organization. It means this European Union has a big influence in the field of economy. And if we see in the field of international politics or diplomatic arena, two members of European Union, France and Britain, they are the permanent members of Security Council of UNO. UNO is an international organization, and it is having one organ, that is Security Council. In that Security Council there are total 15 members. In detail I will teach you in the next chapter, but in short I will tell you that in this Security Council there are 15 members, and out of 15, 5 are permanent members, and those permanent members are having most important power, that is veto power. And out of these 5, 2 members are from European Union, they are France and Britain. And many countries are also the non-permanent members. They used to become non-permanent members from time to time, because those 10 members, remaining 10 members changed, and the elections are held for those 10 members. 5 are permanent, so many countries of European Union, they become the non-permanent members also. And this membership of Security Council is very influential, very powerful. So European Union uses diplomacy rather than force, because of its economic power as well as its diplomatic power at international level. Students, if we see about its military power, the combined forces of all the countries of European Union are second largest in the world. You can imagine who is at number 1? Yes, USA. It means all the countries of European Union are having forces, but collectively they are lesser than USA. Again, in the field of expenditure on defense, it is second, means next to USA. Two countries of European Union, Britain and France, they are nuclear powerful country. They are having more than 550 nuclear weapons. And one more thing, students, that it is the second most important source of space and communication technology. So students, in the field of economy, in the field of diplomacy, and in the field of military, European Union is very powerful. And because of this power, it has its influence at international level. But it has some limitations also. In yesterday's lecture, in today's lecture, I have repeated one sentence many times, that European Union tried to become as a supranational organization, but some limitations are there which restrain European Union to become a supranational organization. Means there are some problems in European Union. What are those? That many members of European Union are having their own foreign policies and defense policies. Yesterday I have told you that European Union is having common foreign policy, common security policy, but many members of European Union don't accept it, and they are having their own relation with other countries. They are having their own defense policies. One more thing, during the Iraq invasion, Britain and many other countries of European Union, they were in favor of USA, but Germany and France, they opposed it. It means there is internal conflict. They are not having same views on the international problems. One more, Denmark and Sweden, they don't accept euro as their currency. They are having their own currency. And last but not least, Britain, who was the founder of European Union, Britain has left European Union, Brexit. So students, that's all for today, and tomorrow we will start with a new center of power in Asia. Till then, goodbye.